Okay, here we are back again with more Mass Effect 2. And as you can probably tell, we're back on Tuchanka because there's a side quest that I forgot to turn in. And also, we have to talk to Miranda here.
Ah, Tuchanka. Crude, dangerous, and probably radioactive. Let's get in, do what we need to do, and get out fast.
Hilariously, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be here very fast because I just have to turn in one little thing. Because we just have to talk to the scout leader about the scout that we rescued in the old hospital and Morden's recruitment, and Morden's loyalty mission. Basically, we just have to, I don't know, tell him that the scout's back, even though I'm pretty sure the scout's back by now and he should already know, but for some reason I have to do this as a quest turn in order to clear it out of my log. So there's our Urs. Hi there, Urs. He's following me again. That's cool.
Place your bet on the pits, human.
Here's the chief scout.
My scout made it back. We've got him at the tent. Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that basin back here. You've got a quad, human.
Thanks.
Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
Sure, no problem.
Talk to you later.
Alright. And Urs is just like hovering around.
Ever since Urs's handler was exiled.
Ah, yeah, the pits. I don't feel like doing that right now, so it's okay. We're just gonna go back to the Normandy and start futzing around the galaxy a little bit. Okay, here we go. Since we're in the Krogan DMZ, I mean, I figure we might as well check out the rest of the Krogan DMZ. Let's go to Nith. It's pretty far away. Okay, here's a little guy. Mantoon. The Class B Blue Giant Nith was once the most strategically valuable system within Krogan territory. Though far too hot for habitable planets, Nith emits thousands of times the energy of a main sequence star like Earth's Sol. With help from Solarian uplift teams, the Krogan constructed a chain of solar power collector stations in orbit around Nith. These vast arrays beamed power to particle accelerators on the surface of Mantoon, which manufactured anti-proton fuel for warship thrusters. In the Krogan rebellions, the Spectre agents managed to get a virus into the computers of the solar power arrays. Every fifth array suddenly applied braking thrusters. The arrays behind them piled up, and all were reduced to wreckage. This has since dispersed into a relatively stable ring system. The Krogan never had the resources to rebuild the solar arrays, depriving them of their fleet's main fuel supply for the remainder of the war. The particle accelerators still exist on Mantoon, but have not been used in thousands of years. Okay, next up. Tula. Tula's methane ammonia atmosphere traps the blistering heat of Nith, driving dayside temperatures up over 1,000 degrees. While some loads of useful metals are present, the planet's incredible heat makes mining impractical. And it's poor anyway. Looks like we got one more here. Where is it? It's all the way over here. Vard. Vard is a methane ammonia ice giant. Until the Krogan rebellions, it had a sizable helium-3 fuel refining infrastructure. Once the solar arrays orbiting Nith were destroyed, the constant flow of anti-proton tankers visiting the system disappeared. There was little point to maintaining the facilities, so they were shut down and abandoned. Today, the ancient stations are squatted by transients, criminals, and outcasts. Although few are safe for habitation, neither the Krogan nor the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission patrols care if they take their chances. Okay. Sweet. So that's Nith taken care of. Alright, first one in. Kelim. Kelim is a tectonically inert rock with an atmosphere of krypton, xenon, and argon. There are a few valuable loads of light metals scattered across its surface, but these are difficult to find. Most were mined out in the years leading up to the Krogan rebellions. Okay. Here we got Door. Dor is a conventional methane ammonia ice giant. It is the main fueling port in the Draenei Cluster Gateway system. Pildea Station, the headquarters for patrol ships of the Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission, lies at the trailing Lagrange point of Dor. The CDEM logs all ships passing through the Krogan demilitarized zone and has the right to board and search them for contraband at any time and for any reason. There are no exceptions. At points over the last 2 centuries, diplomatic incidents have been caused when the patrol frigates boarded an Asari hospital ship, a Batarian diplomatic courier, and privately owned human tramp freighters. These measures are provided for under the terms of the Krogan Armistice. While the Krogan were allowed to retain their government and personal weapons, any attempt to provide starship-mounted weapons to the clans on Tuchanka is punishable by law. Nearly a millennia after the war ended, the official penalty for smuggling prescribed weapons is still death by spacing. Yikes. As someone who has been spaced, I'm pretty sure Shepard would not like that execution. This little tiny thing here. Sazgoth. Sazgoth is a small ice dwarf with an eccentric orbit. During perigee, portions of its icy surface sublimate into a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon dioxide, which quickly freeze again as it recedes into the outer reaches of the Draenei system. Rothla. Once, Rothla was a large ice dwarf with the statistics listed below. In the waning years of the Krogan rebellions, it was shattered into a field of debris by what is assumed to have been the test of an exotic weapon system. In the wake of the event, the planetoid was reduced to a relatively contained field of thousands of tiny moonlets rotating around one another, colliding and ricocheting. The method used to destroy the planetoid has never been deduced. The Krogan clan who performed the experiment apparently all died in the event. Ships that have traveled to the edge of the event's light cone observed a moment of extreme gravitational lensing around Rothla immediately before its breakup, but no other clues. A popular extranet meme put forward by Asari author Delsey Orthysa insists that the Turians are covering up the existence of a Krogan superbiotic breed that was genetically engineered within Rothla. The CDEM enforces quarantine around the Rothla field, citing cases of amateur investigators whose ships came to grief in the debris field. Okay, so we know all about Tuchanka, but what's with all these other planets here? Durak. Durak is a small, heat-blasted rock lost in the blinding glare of the star Aralak. It occasionally traps a trace atmosphere of gases blown in on Aralak's powerful solar wind, which inevitably blows the gases back out again. The planetoid has a few valuable loads of heavy metals, which were sporadically mined by the Krogan at the height of their power. In the closing years of the rebellions, the 5 clans working the planetoid fell to fighting over a particularly rich deposit of iridium. All 5 clan warlords agreed to a crush, a meeting at a neutral location to negotiate a truce. Unfortunately, all 5 arrived planning to betray their fellows. While the leaders and their seconds met, all their bases were destroyed by simultaneous hypervelocity cannon strikes. Left with only the food, water, and air in their hard suits, and with no way to call for rescue, the warlords apparently fought each other to the death. The survivors of the 5 Durak clans on Tuchanka still argue about which clan's warlord was the last one standing. Sounds kind of crazy. At the same time, I feel like that is kind of emblematic of the Krogan, the idea that like they're pretty vicious and violent, but they also tend to be relatively undisciplined. Like, you're in the middle of a war and you're still fighting each other and trying to kill each other all the time. That doesn't, you know, that's really not very logical. Kenin, or Kenin. One of Kenin's hemispheres contains an impact crater 700 kilometers in diameter. Dubbed the Red Cat Basin, it was mined for light metals in the interbellum between the Rachni War and Krogan rebellions. Any obvious resource concentrations have long since been stripped. Okay. Kruban. Kruban is a tidally locked Venusian hothouse, its surface perpetually obscured by clouds of sulfur and carbon dioxides. The first group of Krogan brought into orbit by the Solarian uplift teams requested a trip to Kruben. The Solarians at first thought the Krogan were confused about the nature of Kruben's environment. The planet is named for a Krogan mythological paradise in which honorable warriors feast on the internal organs of their enemies. In fact, Krogan astronomers had correctly deduced the nature of Kruben in the years before the global Holocaust. In the 2 millennia since, Kruben had come to be thought of as an ideal test of one's toughness. Every year, a few Krogan attempt to land on Kruben and exit their ships naked in an attempt to prove their Kroganhood. The planet's surface is littered with the crushed, corroded remains of their ships. Only one, Shath Norda, is known to have returned from the surface alive, albeit with most of his bones crushed and all 4 of his lungs damaged by sulfuric gas. Norda recovered from his trial to the adulation of his people. Until he died in 1943, he could lie with any fertile female he wished. Okay. Well, I'm not going to run around naked on this planet, but I'm going to strip mine it for all it's worth. Ruam, the smaller of Aralak's hydrogen-helium gas giants, maintains a small helium-3 recovery infrastructure. Although the depth of Ruam's gravity well makes it inefficient to export, visitors to the Aralak system often top off their fuel tanks at Ruam's stations. The Council Demilitarization Enforcement Mission maintains a token garrison to monitor any potential sale of fuel to known subversives and terrorists. Okay. We're almost there. Aralak is a big system, man. There's a lot of planets here. We got that one. This one's next. I think it's just 2 more now. I think. 2 left. Vol. Vol is a hydrogen-helium gas giant named for an ancient Krogan deity that stood watch for enemies of this pantheon. The gas giant's moons are named after some of Vol's myriad eyes and ears. The only reason to visit the Vol system is scientific curiosity, which the Krogan lack. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, one more. Where is this? Where is this guy? Oh, it's just the mass relay. We're done. Good. Let's go somewhere else. I think there's a little more on the far rim to grab. This is where we recruited Tally, I believe. Yes. Here we are. Ma'at. There's just one thing here. Amut. Amut is an enormous hydrogen-helium giant with a mass approximately 9 times that of Jupiter, wow, that's big, and nearly 2,900 times that of Earth. Despite massive pressure, its core has failed to ignite in a fusion reaction, qualifying it as a failed star. It is believed to have captured all other planet-sized bodies in the solar system as moons or in impact events, leading to its name, Devourer. Not intimidated by this phenomena, the Geth have colonized many of Amut's moons and skimmed the hydrogen from Amut's upper atmosphere. Cool. Okay, here we are back in the Rosetta Nebula. I don't even know what's all out here. Wonder if, is this where we did Jacob's loyalty mission? Yeah, that's where we did Jacob's loyalty mission. So let's finish this up. This one is called 2175 AR2. Still formally unnamed, this planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. Cool. Silene, a mid-sized hydrogen-helium gas giant, Silene has an automated helium-3 refueling station, indicating that this remote system was once inhabited. Its distance from the mass relay and archaic design of the fuel station suggests that this system was mapped by someone who did not go through the relay, but discovered it in independent FTL exploration. Silene is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not normally form. For this reason, Silene is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Cool, so like there's maybe been some life in the universe at some point that didn't use the mass relays, and maybe wasn't influenced as much by the Reapers. Maybe. Parnassus. A boiling hot rock planet with extreme tectonic activity, Parnassus is home to many volcanic mountains. Surface scans reveal several geothermal and solar power stations, tapping the planet's abundant energy. There is no history of the planet or its government in Citadel Council records. Given its proximity to a mapped and recorded planet like Silene, someone must have deleted Parnassus from the database. Weird. That's really weird.
Probe launched.
And like, some of these mysteries, we'll just never know.
Launching probe.
You know, these are just like weird little things that they wrote into the flavor text, and like, who knows why the heck anyone would delete Parnassus from the database, or, you know, who did it and who did it or why, you know.
Probe away.
Alright, what do we got here? Laban. Laban is a desert world with sea upon sea of scorching hot iron oxide wearing away marbleized cliffs. Its atmosphere is thick and layered with significant levels of oxygen, trapped under an upper helium layer. Initially, surveyors detected traces of iridium from orbit, only to find a surprising archaeological discovery. The iridium came from bunkers on the surface, blown apart by a Dreadnought-class weapon. The logical conclusion was that the civilization on Joab had reached Laban, and its outposts here were destroyed to make their extermination complete. Mizraim, a small gas giant. Mizraim is primarily hydrogen and methane around a rocky core. There is no remaining trace of the civilization from Joab on Mizraim itself, but debris orbiting the planet indicates that artificial satellites were once in place before being destroyed. I take it this might be Joab.
I have detected an anomaly.
Joab is a two-mooned habitable planet that is most well known for its mass extinction event. Thousands of years ago, Joab was home to a primate-like spacefaring civilization, as well as abundant flora and fauna. However, this can only be deduced from time capsules put into the ground well outside habitation centers. All cities and detectable dwellings were targeted in a massive orbital bombardment that turned them into vapor. The resulting dust shroud killed all photosynthetic life and all fauna dependent on it. Today, humans have recolonized the planet and are rapidly introducing their own species, beginning with cyanobacteria and heterotrophic bacteria, to bring a suitable level of oxygen and nitrogen for respiration. Travel advisory. Atmospheric pressure at sea level on Joab is double that of Earth. Visitors with upper respiratory infections, emphysema, cancer, or a history of thoracic surgery should consult their physician before landing on Joab. And we have something to find here.
Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol, looking for survivors. Bastards didn't...
Probe launched.
What is this?
I have found something.
Mercenary activity detected on planet surface. Communications match Blue Sun's encoding protocols. Possible location for rumored site of illegal archaeological activity. Blue Sun's intentions unknown. I think we need to check this out. And I think for this mission, let's switch it up a little bit. let's get Thane on this. And let's get Tally on this. Little biotic, little tech. Why not? Just for funsies. Haven't really done much with either of these guys. She might be kind of useless on this mission, but oh well. Combat drone. Let's do the explosive drone for you, ma'am. Okay, great.
Who's under attack?
Have that thrown away. Nice one.
Go to the sea. Make contact.
Alright, good start, guys. Good start. Let's grab that. Ezo is always useful. If there's anything else over here. Ah, see? More Ezo. Check every nook and cranny, guys. Every nook and cranny. Alright. Go up here. Definitely see some ammo up here. Gonna grab that. Go inside. Whoop! Here we go.
Damn it! Go now to the sea.
Loose on it.
Shields down.
Alright. There we go. I love it when you just knock him over. Stop shooting my Quarian, you guys.
I'll hold them. Removed one.
Aw, man.
Clean kill.
Got one.
Good job, guys.
Away.
Gotcha. Okay, how are you still alive, man? There we go. There we go. Seriously, man. Let's grab this med kit. What is this? Outgoing message. Request for aid. Commander Santiago, hope you are doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our recovered artifacts. I have dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion in this matter. Dr. Farron, Chief Researcher, ExoGenny Special Projects. ExoGenny, pairing up with Blue Suns. Why not? Of course, you can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. We have sent men and ships your way in good faith. This is from Vito Santiago, who is the leader of the Blue Suns. And is actually the guy that Zaid wants us to kill, which we will do eventually. It'll just take a little while for us to get to that point. Because that's usually one of the last loyalty missions I do, actually.
I'm taking cover.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Okay. All right. I think I'm actually gonna switch weapons around. Yeah.
Time to die! Watch out!
Stay sharp, Blue Sun. Shotguns, close in.
Nothing faster than just keep the boss.
There we go.
Grabbing cover!
Oh, let's get the high ground here.
Engaging hostile miles.
Yep. There we go. Is that it? Well, these guys are pansies. Here's more Ezo. That's always nice. I like me some Ezo. Oh, PDA. Lieutenant Locke, once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhes aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Aaron Larkin system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Voorhes with the capture if needed. I also want to read that as Voorhees, as in Jason Voorhees, as in the Friday the 13th murderer, but maybe not. Like, you know. Alright, let's go through this door. Prothean stuff. Ooh, what's this? Oh dear. Oh man, look at this. More. Oh, look, this again? Really? Holy shit. I thought we were past this, man. Ugh. Well, fine. I do like how it just sort of gives you that vision again without any context and, like, or any, like, further explanation or whatever. Like, yeah, we're just gonna get it again. Like, whatever. Goliath. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Goliath's orbit takes it near the system's mass relay, a useful event for drive core discharges and automated helium-3 refueling platforms. Unfortunately, its orbit is currently taking it away from the relay, and it will continue this inconvenience for the next 3 galactic standard years. Whoops. Okay, that is Enoch, and I believe that will be all for this episode, because I probably have enough for a full episode at this point. after cutting out all the really, really boring stuff. So yeah. We'll probably, honestly, I'll probably just do a little bit more exploration in the next episode again. I just want to make sure I, pace myself and do a lot of exploration in between loyalty missions. I don't want to rush through everything. Stop and enjoy the flavor text. So yeah, I hope you stick with me. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.